Ace of Wands is purpose, intention, motivation, determination, awakening will, beginning of an action, source, creation. You have all the manifesting powers from your spirit with you in October. Just being a beacon. As you can see, this is like a beacon for the pyramids and shining all that prisms, light. Gemini's two sides, the triangle or the Trinity force or the Triforce. So, Gemini, you're inspiration and shining light for all in October. Ace of Swords in reverse is reference to despotism, wrath, concentrated force, violation, overkill, domination, force of evil, or force for evil. Your intellect, your mind is it's what you're known for, Gemini. You're known for potentially being like this, all ruthless and cunning, and knowing how to say the right words to get under the skin or to just poke someone in the right spot. Now this is the shadow aspect of you, right? That's that one side, that one twin, not the other twin, right? So you're a master of balancing the two twins, but right now in October, you're a beacon, but your dark side is kind of being like, I know what's up, and I'm gonna stab you here and there, energetically to get you to move and do what you need to do, or you're being the opposite of that and just being ruthless and not caring about people and just want to be mean, which also could be teaching some people a lesson. Without some kind of dark, there is no learning of the light, maybe, or kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly how that would work out for you, but it's definitely fierce, a fierce mentally way of thinking. You're like, oh yeah, well guess what? And then just unleashing the power within on people, just cutting them up into pieces. Like, whoa, bro, like, or girl, let's chill a little bit. But maybe not. Maybe it is all for the right. Queen of Cups, a mature woman of a dreamy, inward-looking nature, lost amid her thoughts and memories. She seems to have no personality of her own, but reflects the moods of those around her. She dislikes having her tranquility disturbed by the problems of other human beings, and does her best to avoid those who are in difficulty or emotional pain. At the same time, she likes to present a superficial appearance of interest in the affairs of others. She is kind but avoids involvement to protect her own feelings. So, physical aspect of yourself, this is how you're appearing, your appearance potentially to others or to yourself. This is how you see yourself. Financially, I see I'm lost amid thoughts and memories of the finances, of the physical abundance. So you're working on something, concocting, the potions or the remedies or the nutrition or the nurturing of yourself, and to do the work that correlates with money. Home life also, I see this in your life. Taking care of yourself, but it's inwardly and not outwardly. Do not like your tranquility being disturbed, your peace and harmony, especially at home. So you're kind of like, I gotta do this and leave me alone. Let me do what I gotta do. Stop paying attention to Twitter or posting those things, or people need to stop posting those things on your stuff and leave me be and let me do what I gotta do. So it's like, okay, I get the message. I understand. My bad. But, it's all good. It's not you, it's me thing. Three of Cups, abundance, good fortune, happy outcome, fulfillment, completion, enjoyment, celebration, rejoicing, merriment. Socially, you're all having a good time, doing what you're doing. This dude is being pulled by two sides. If you look at the light side, she's all bare-breasted. If you look at the dark side, she's all conserved and barely shows her leg. Or you see the difference, and she's not pulling as tough. And in the reference to the book, it says this one over here, the shadow, is the teacher of that taught him the things of Bast, the cat goddess of Egypt. And this one over here is, hey, come with me. She's like, hey, bro, don't forget what I taught you. So it's not bad. It's just a reminder of where you might be. If you're, which way you're being pulled or who's pulling you and being aware of it. So, if you let go of this one and go with this one for a little bit, don't forget where you came from or what you know, who you were. It's not like, completely ignore your past and never ever remember it. Like, that's the funny thing about people. They think they can just completely disregard their past and never bring it up ever again and act like they're perfect souls that have never done anything wrong. Like, I'm in the light now. I'm good. I don't need to think about that. Like, don't think about it. Fine. I'm not saying to be who you were in the past. Of course, you can never be who you were in the past because that was the past. And it's never going to come around again, right? But understanding where you came from, like, it's not who you are now. You're obviously not doing the same things you've done in the past, but this is social, so it's just tying it all together kind of thing and understanding the pillar, the tree that grew into what the tree is now. It has the rings inside from the things it's been through and the fires and storms, and you can see it in the rings of the tree, right? So, King of Wands, mature man who is overbearing and at times brutal, unable to control his temper, vindictive toward those who oppose him. All his force is in his first attempt. All his force is in his first attempt. So he's all go on his first try. But if this fails, he begins to war with himself and loses his purpose. His nature is noble, but he corrupts it with his need to always be in control. So your mind and your heart are just, whoo, buddy, watch out. Be careful around Gemini in October. They're going to be, brutal. They are not going to be very much on the feminine side. They're going to be on the masculine side. Except for at home, when they're alone doing their own thing. That's where the feminine is. But on the outside, unless you're right here in the social group that she's already established, you better be careful. Be like, I ain't part of your group. Deuces, I didn't even want to talk to you tonight because you're going to be mean. But, this too shall pass. Gemini's not going to be like this forever. It's October, and the dark is coming out of people. October is rough. And so, Gemini, I'm not telling you, hey, you're a bad person. No, I'm just going to try to stay clear of you. Because I'm a Cancer, and I'm like, they always misjudge me, so I ain't even going near them. They don't understand me. They're just going to try to rip me up and tear me open and eat me. Like, crabs don't want to be around Gemini, trust me, when they're on this kind of vibration, frequencies, whatever. And they're just, watch out. Dayat, no emptiness. This emanation is a conduit. It radiates no light for itself, holds no shape, and touches nothing. It is perfect and invisible, a space through which nothing and everything passes. In its arms, all 10 of the emanations dance, each of them shining a great light through its void. This emanation has no number, no color, no connection to the other emanations. In that it is unique. Its solitary nature sets it apart from the other emanations in such a significant way that the God is sometimes considered to not exist at all. To give a name to the emptiness at the center of the tree is vital, and so too is the need to understand the significance of that emptiness. This is reference to meditation, silence, and sleep. So, if there's something for Gemini to understand how to deal with the five aspects of itself in October, Dia is the message. To be in the zero, the center, the eye of the storm, and be nothing. Over here, the physical aspect of yourself knows what's up. Your mind and your heart are, woo, stay away from me and let me be me. So if you're in public works or social interactions, part of your job, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very, 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 very tough for you. You're gonna come off to people and they're not gonna like you sometimes. But I think if you've already built a connection with them, they'll just like be like, okay, I'm not gonna run away from them, but I'm not gonna be all super close either. So you might not get as much as you usually do, and that's probably why you're over here having a good time celebrating and not noticing how things are playing out in October. But meditation is probably very helpful, and doing the home work, not school work. The traveler, keeper of the crossroads. The traveler's identity has been completely effaced. He wanders wherever no road exists with his lone worry steed, training his goods wherever he stops. He stays in one place only long enough to sell what he has, take on new goods, and move on to the next stop along a path that only he knows. His trades likewise are made according to some measure of value that exists in his own mind, having little to do with local demand or supply. In all things, the traveler makes his own way, adhering to no established society or guidelines. The traveler may be followed, but he does not lead. His example shows us the boundaries of society, both in its limitations and in the guardrails that it establishes to keep us from danger. His appearance calls on us to question and compare our values and the values of others to determine whether we are reckless and overvaluing our own selves or overcautious and not giving ourselves our dues. He is in reference to restlessness, independence, and appraisal. So you're being torn potentially by two different aspects of yourself and seeing both sides. This is probably another source of information that helps with dealing with how you can be mean and ruthless sometimes, and how you're only seeing one side potentially socially, and at home you're good though. You understand when you're alone what you're doing, but you're kind of just enjoying the moment with what you've built maybe, or where you've come, how far you've come, or how much you've done, or what you've accomplished. But I think this is in correlation of where you're headed, because it is, traveling, going somewhere, right? So like you're at a crossroads, but you may not understand or see that. One side may be winning over the other inside of you. But I would reference your spiritual and your physical as a good source of how to master yourself in October. But if you choose not to, it's alright, you'll have another opportunity. Home. You are comfortable in your own skin. You belong. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you're meant to be and will reap great benefits by staying on its path, or on this path, regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is. If you don't feel at home, it's time to do a thorough and fearless inventory. What are you hiding from? Are you afraid of being yourself? Do you feel that you don't belong where you are? What if you choose another path? Does your understanding of home perhaps dictate that such a place must be unsafe, unstable, or unfulfilling? It's time to love yourself and create a new sense of safety and security within. You might have chosen a situation that is familiar and led you back to the original source of your pain. No matter, because this is an important and powerful invitation to you, a new you. So say no to the pain of the past. Say no to the voice of your inner critic. No to those who want to dim your light to make themselves brighter. Choose a new home. Take refuge in knowing that beauty and a true sense of belonging lie ahead. Hey Gemini, this is your November 5 Aspects of Yourself reading 2021. Gemini, November 2021. Spiritual, we got Queen of Wands. Intellectual, Eight of Discs. Physical, Emperor, Amon. Social, King of Swords. And emotional, Four of Swords in reverse. Angel Arena message for Gemini, November 2021. Duma, Angel of Dreams. Mausoleum message for Gemini, November 2021. Nyx, Enchantress of Night. Enchanted Map message for Gemini, November 2021. Stormfields.